Okay, are we live or not? The stream broke down apparently. Let's see, Twitch is apparently back online. YouTube? Come on, YouTube. Okay, I think it's actually automatic scene switcher. I don't know how long we were actually offline. I think that's messing with it. Because last time it also kinda bagged out the OBS. I will disable it for time being. That means I might accidentally be on the wrong window. Hopefully not. Either way, I got us that flask that we wanted for 1 alk. It's going to probably end up costing like maybe a chaos to craft. So Is stream okay? I'm not sure what's going on. Like, it says it's good, but then it says it's not good. Cool. Thanks for confirmation. Yeah, don't leave me hanging. Like, write something. Which is okay. I hope the YouTube is too. It should be okay. Either way, I got us. Yeah, I got equipped, but I got us that flask so we can craft it. Yeah, I need to pause the YouTube, and the other thing, this also needs to be paused so I don't use the extra bandwidth. It shouldn't be like a big deal, but yeah. Yeah, guys, I've been having some problems with the stream recently. Either way, like you orb of transmute, which shouldn't be too expensive, and you should have collected quite a few along the way. I'm counting this craft as 1-2 chaos maybe. We'll see how unlucky we are. So 11 to maximum charges, additional elemental resistance during the flask effect. Not really what we're looking for. We're looking for getting plus to max charges and movement speed, or something movement speed. Increased movement speed during the flask effect is what we're looking, and we're just augmented with flask charges, and we done. It's done. It's way less than like 1 chaos. I'm going to count it as 1 chaos. But this is how you craft your silver flask. This is a pretty good craft because I actually didn't quality it up before I started crafting, so it's not the greatest flask, but it's going to do. Actually, screw it. I'm going to recraft it because, yeah. I want to show you how to do it properly. Once you have a flask, first add the qualities like you are doing with maps for chisel, then alk. Not do it the other way around. Then you transmute it. Increased charge recovery is not the greatest thing to have. Max charges is good, but we haven't hit increased movement speed during the flask. Increased charge recovery, not the greatest, but it's going to work. I could have crafted it to like perfect, which is reduced charges used, but the thing is you might not have as many like stuff, so yeah, we could like make it perfect, but so we're looking, I might end up like hitting increased movement speed, increased charge recovery. It wants to roll this apparently. Charge recovery. Nah, I don't want charge recovery. No. No. You might hit something that's actually useful to you. Max charges, increased movement speed is kind of fine. If you can use it 3 times, you can use it 3 times, so it's good. Let's say it's done for now. I don't want to mess with it too much. But that's how you craft the flask. You don't have to spend like 10 chaos on a stupid movement flask. Don't spend more like than... Spend nothing, craft it yourself. It's like less than 1 chaos to craft. Then we want to grab a basalt and sulfur flask. Stream fine? I think it's fine. It's kind of bummer because we had so many people in chat. But now not everyone is back. Sulfur flask. Chalices are actually sulfur. You actually need basalt flask more than sulfur because it's damage reduction. That one is your priority, and they're actually more expensive apparently. So let's grab one. Yeah, I want something like a bit more chill than that. Yeah, I'm doing this in complete reverse order. I should have done this like this video beforehand. But yeah, once I kind of started playing the build, but I took it like to extreme really fast. Thank you. And you should actually do like poison immunity is not something that you want on a flask. You actually want it in Pantheon. You want Soul of Shakari, and you want to do the Desert Spring or something like that map to get like soul for this. And you don't care about... He didn't give me the flask? No, flask got equipped, lol. Stavo, any chance for POE for Zerk build? It's on the forum thread and on YouTube. It's everywhere. I didn't change anything so far from it, so... Let me quickly find it on YouTube, because apparently like exporting the thing... the high DPS one, no, that's not a Berserk, that's a Gladiator. That's Derzo's Gladiator. One with 80 million damage, but that one, you won't reach that. That's... His build is worth few mirrors, so... if you want to reach the high damage big glass cannon, then Berserker can get you there, like to 20, 30, 40 million damage on a relatively okay budget. I'm not sure what exactly you want. But all of them are on my channel. The one Zerk one, sure. Let me find the video really quickly. And copy the forum thread. Okay, here you go. This is the forum thread. You have everything you need there. If you, however, change your mind and want to do Gladiator, the second one that I'm sharing is for Gladiator. And all of them are available on my channel. Not a problem, man. I should make some comments for sharing that kind of stuff. Maybe have one forum post where I have all of my builds, and then you say builds and you get the list of all the builds. That could be like a thing, probably. Should be a thing, but yeah. I'm kind of figuring this stuff as I go. That would help, yeah. It would like make it way easier. I guess for a next stream, if I don't forget. I don't want to do it during the stream. But I have like always have a whole bunch of ideas that I want to do in game or outside of the game, some video, and I kind of get like have an idea, go straight for that and forget about other things, which is why some things are not like what they should be. Let's craft this one. This one we are trying to craft just rolling it until we get... Oh, I get ignite. So we want either to maximum charges or we want to hit curse immunity. Or what was like curse immunity and what I have? Bleed or bleed. We don't want poison. Shock also not like crazy. Increase duration. Kinda okay, but not the greatest. You probably, because I'm an idiot, you probably want to add the quality before you start crafting it. Have you thought about using fluid motion jewel on the jewel slot above the marauder starting point? We're doing that actually. There's a spring map is tier 15, so considering this budget build you should have poison immunity somewhere at least. You have a flask ready? But I think you can get to tier 15 with this. Like, this should probably be your second build. Because you can't like get one with nothing as a league starter. So I'm kinda assuming that this build can do Desert Spring and then get it. Maybe slot in like poison immunity for just that one while you do that map. But I think you could probably do it either way. Maybe with 1 or 2 deaths, but you will get that poison immunity. But you could also have poison immunity for a short while on your movement speed flask, then recraft it later on. Or something like that. Or buy one flask with poison immunity for like 1 alk while you do that. But it's not like something that you would use. So quality up the thing, then transmute it. Increase evasion, nah man. Spell damage leech. Ooh, that's terrible. 1 charge when you're hit by enemy. I was holding control instead of shift. No, shock, no, charge, no, reduced charges used, no. If it was 30, I would take that, but it's not 30. Max charges increase movement speed. Yeah, you could like roll this on this flask and then roll something on your movement speed flask. Like first thing where you hit it, slot it in and then look for the second thing. Immune to curses, remove curses on use. Apparently I'm not going to end up using bestiary craft for this. Reduce charges used, it'd be better. I would like to hit at least like a bit more reduced charges use. I'm actually going to recraft it. You would stop here. You would stop here, but I'm going to recraft it. Reduced charges used, chill immunity. Immune to bleeding. Let's augment. Increased effect, reduced duration. That's doing like nothing for us, I think. So recraft. Poison immunity. You could do the map with this then. Recraft it. Increased charge recovery. No. Charge when you hit. Increased duration. But you couldn't like use it twice. Which is... yeah, I don't know. I'm looking like extra charges or something like this. That increased charge recovery could also work, and bleed immunity could work, and you can stop here. I mean, I'll always say stop here, but I'm going to like mess with it a bit more. Increase charge recovery, no. If you roll like 1 more charge, it would be perfect. You could use it twice. But it's kind of already done. Like, ample is pretty good, but reduced charges use is actually better usually, but this is kind of what you want. And you want one flask either for increased damage, because actually I might want to add the life flask here, because it's doesn't have that much in terms of recovery. We get leech, but not too much. It would need a flask. I don't want to remove one of these flasks because they're really good. Bleeding. This would... I could like craft curse immunity on something. But I already crafted this thing. What do I do? Blood of Karui was probably... or like... bleed immunity... Curse immunity, if you just remove it, you're going to get cursed straight away. Bleed immunity would be better on a life flask. Let's craft the life flask, I guess. Then we'll see what we do. I'm going to spend way more money than you should, like you should plan for this. So as for life flasks, it actually matters what base you get. It matters quite a bit. Flask base... not life, but flask. Flasks? Maybe, like that. Yeah. A life flask, yeah. So this, like, the one that has the biggest level here, Eternal Life Flask, it has, like, duration, like, shorter duration. But this flask has like a bigger life pool, so if you're crafting an instant flask, you're better off with Divine Life Flask. If you're crafting a flask that is going to recover your life over time, then you're better with Eternal Flask. So I want to craft instant flask, so I'm going to go with this flask. And I don't care what's like on it, because I'm going to craft it myself. This should be fairly cheap, and you should be able to get this along like leveling. You don't have to like buy them. You'll drop one for sure during leveling, so you have to kind of take a look at that. Okay, I went into his bestiary apparently. I didn't know that somebody just started playing the game. They have this hideout because they are lazy like me. I've been playing I don't know how many leagues. I have all the hideouts unlocked, but I'm still on this hideout because I'm super lazy to like make a fancy hideout. So I would actually like this one to be bleed removal flask. Increase movement speed. You really have to hit something to show you the bestiary craft. Reduce charges used. Sure, reduce charges used. Let's go to bestiary and craft it. So on altar here, while you're leveling, you will have those beasts. If you kill a few beasts along the way, you will have enough beasts to craft it. If you don't have it, like you will have it after a few maps. So if this is like your second character, you definitely will have this. So I want this one to be like this is Ignite Flask, Dowsing, Staunching was like you have to like warding is for curses. I think Staunching is for bleeds. You might have to check like what this means. Staunching is bleeds and warding is against curses. Those two should be like the most important ones. And you just like go here and craft it. I didn't add quality to this, but yeah, who cares. Ooh, this is going to be hard. I wasn't like thinking about this when I started this, but apparently we are going to punch them to like that, or we are going to die, one of those things. And I'm going to lose my XP yet again. You see just how powerful like one with nothing is? You can auto attack the beasts and maybe like get them. I'm not sure what's going to happen here. I'm a noob, complete noob, that's half asleep. So he forgot that he was messing with a character and went into menagerie to kill beasts. But apparently I can do it with auto attack. So this is a completely wrong flask. That's one thing. We should have made an instant flask. Yeah, I'm half asleep. Sorry, guys. That's completely wrong flask. But apparently the character is good enough to kind of punch that stuff. And apparently character doesn't have enough life. I thought it would have way more life, but it doesn't. Yeah, it's going to be a squishy boy. Though it should have block at least. Did we block with crouch? Chance to block. Yeah, chance to block should be fine. That's a completely wrong flask, and we have 2 bleeding flasks. I have to recraft them, but let's first buy gems so I can actually finish the bestiary. Yeah, this is like completely messing the things up. Thank you for subscribing, chairs. No way, I'm going to read that. Chair? I'm going to shorten it to chair. So I'm going to check like what gems do I need from like my chest here. Chair is fine. We need Cyclone, obviously. Ooh, can I even type that? No, those are supports. There's Cyclone for you guys, and we need infused channeling, that's here. So infused, that supports. No, I'm typing it wrong. Yeah, that's... No, I'm not typing it wrong. Oh, it's a support. Yeah, obviously. Then we need brutality, that's here. Brutality, this is going to make you not deal any physical damage, non-physical damage, so no chaos damage, no elemental damage, just so you know, like you cannot use Aziri's Promise Flask or that kind of stuff, just for reference there. So we did infused, we did Cyclone, we did brutality, we need fort. Fort really important. Fort reduces the damage by quite a bit. Fort, then we need melee physical damage. This one, and we need impale. It's here. Impale, cool. That we can at least start to Cyclone. It's going to be a squishy boy, definitely. We need banner and blood and sand. Let's grab these 2 things so I know what I'm buying. We need banner. That's why I said I will probably have to rework the skill tree. This is going to go here. Banner, then we need blood and sand. Blood and sand. Flesh and stone. We need that one too, so let's do it. Blood and sand. Flesh and stone. And maim. We need maim support. Then here we are going to do... did we do banner? We did banner, flesh and stone, blood and sand, and maim. molten shell. You probably you want the Val molten shell, not the regular one. And that's going to add to cost. It's not like that expensive. I think I actually have one that's a lower level. Flesh and stone, maim. We want dash. Phase run is going to be really hard to sustain. And dash is probably going to feel better in the beginning. We want... what do we want? I'm kind of missing something. We have banner, we have flesh and stone. We might want to do blood rage too. We definitely won't do pride. It's kind of feeling that I'm missing something. Flesh and stone, maim, pride, ancestor warchief. We need the warchief. I think I have one lying around here. We'll have to check how, like, the price. No, apparently I don't have it. I thought I have some. So warchief and molten shell, and the last one I'm not sure what to do. Maybe blood rage? Probably blood rage. Let's do blood rage. You could do phase run instead of dash, but you won't be able to do some maps, and in the beginning you want to do all the maps. So blood rage. We won't have a slot for it apparently because I'm a noob. Forget that I might need 2 greens there, but that's fine. And I need to do ancestor warchief and molten shell. Need to buy that. That shouldn't be too expensive. So yeah. Val ancestor warchief. It's 1 alk. You obviously have to level it up. And you're probably better off buying one that has quality on it if you can. But that's probably not going to happen. We have some new sub. Thank you for subscribing, Burn. Yeah. 4 kills, not gonna happen. Like I said, we have to do like the budget oriented, and you want a Vol one, so yeah. There's going to be another Alk here. Not much. We did Roomies, Quicksilver. I didn't like count. That's like 1 Alk. It's not even worth counting, I guess. Warchief, cool. Thank you. And I will have to recraft this, but let's get molten shell first. Actually, I have game, but it's not showing. We do it like this, it's showing. Okay, let's do molten shell. That's another chaos actually, so this is going to be added to the calculation, because few alts here and there is not like too crazy, but let's say 2 other flasks, another chaos. So where are we at actually at the moment? We are at 95 chaos. I didn't break the budget. Probably. Let's buy the molten shell. waits just a bit if he doesn't respond. Wow, this is actually quite popular apparently. Might end up spending 2 chaos on it. This one has quality, so yeah, why not? Still didn't blow out my budget of 100 chaos.
Good friends will part sometimes, that's just the way it goes. Don't waste your life banging on doors that have been closed. Sometimes the ones you trust the most will let you down. Life doesn't hold back when.
Okay, let's do that. I usually have this on movement. This is my dash. This is my cyclone. And we'll have a molten shell there once we get it. Apparently I'm going to spend more on this than I wanted to. Actually this is going to go there. Yeah, mana sustain is going to be a thing. We'll see once we hit something. How it's going to work, I'm not sure. If we are going to finish it tonight. But I'm going to finish it tomorrow for sure. I might overestimate just how much life I need to grab on a skill tree. We do actually have... Yeah, it's really hard to get any life, because even with like not going for making a spaghetti, I got a whole bunch life. I didn't actually use the sockets. You could like throw in some jewels with life there. You still have like few chaos of a budget, so you could do that. Wow, this is going to... yeah, this is like way too overpriced because it's a bit late, and maybe I could get one tomorrow for less. Yes, Molten Shell is going to be the last thing I get for this build because I'm blowing up the budget. But it's level 18, it's already leveled, so I guess we got something out of it. Molten Shell we spent 4. That makes it 98 chaos. Let's slot that in. And I wanna buy Blood Rage. For a bit extra leech and attack speed and frenzies and everything, and I messed up my colors. Okay, so I'm going to recolor this again. Maybe since it's 2-2, I could actually hit it with chromatic because its strength dex should roll actually half-half pretty easily. Like I said, half-half is not like a big deal. Well, Molten Shell, level that up. Cool. What did I put in? Blood Rage? Oh, I already bought the Blood Rage. Silly me. So you would have Blood Rage here as a buff, then you would have Val Ancestral, Val, and Val Molten. That's how I like it. Then you need to have swaps here, because you will need to go between stances quite often. And here you will need a regular Molten Shell, so you can cast both of them at the same time. And the regular War Chief is just for bossing, so we're really going to have it there. And we are not done because I messed up my flask. But you have like a nice amount of mana. If you start hitting, you should be fine. If you do Pride, you won't be able to kind of sustain it. But we need to recraft this flask because I messed it up, and this one is also bleeding. You have double bleeding, which is not what we wanted. And this one needs to have something else on it. It needs to be instant flask. Price life recovery, no. Unity curses, no. Increase recovery. It should be reduced recovery. Mediums. Increase life recovery. No. It should be the opposite of this. But this like works in terms of what I need, but I don't know. No. No. Like it should, like the value should be lower. You really like see it straight away. Oh, this is it. Reduce amount recovery, increased life recovery rate, 50% of recovery apply instantly, remove to freezes and chills, not like what I was looking for. It's actually a good flask, but not like exactly what I was looking for. And I should have bubbled it before I started. This one might like take a bit more, and I wasted. Probably wouldn't like craft this much. I'm just stubborn. Reduce amount recovery, increase bleeding. Yeah, that's what we wanted. And we'll recraft this one into curse immunity. Bleed. No. 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 At least roll like ample so I can... It's ample, but he has the other thing to it. Immunity to bleeding? No. And charges ample. Okay, let's craft it with beasts. So we want staunching is for bleeds, and warding is for curses. So we want warding. Warding, and we craft that. We need to kill the beasts. That should be fairly easy now. Oh, we have a beast there. He's sneaky bastard.
The ritual is complete.
Thank you. Okay, I just hope we have enough mana regeneration. So let's test this thing. It's probably not finished yet, but it's really close. So I wanted to be able to do just like yellow maps. Let's try with the yellow map first. I think Lighthouse is a pretty good layout. Do we have something that's prepared? Vulnerability. Let's try like tier 10 maps. It's really like something on a 100C budget should do at least tier 10. You can farm like tier 10, not tier 10, I think it's tier 8. Tropical islands. And you need to be in sand stance if you're mapping. When you get to the boss, you switch to blood stance. And just mind you, we don't have leveled up gems, that's why I actually went into lower tier map. I'm pretty sure this bad boy will do just fine in higher tier maps. But I wanted to at least like level up my gems just a bit. And to see like how much issues we'll have with mana. Wow, this like... you really have to watch out not to hit stuff if you're... Like not to spin in place, basically. And you wanna pop like this thing for extra damage. I really wanted to have more life. I still haven't like blown up my budget. I still have like 2 chaos left. I could add 4k life. I did actually mess up my budget with flask crafting because I didn't know what exactly I wanted, and I was a bit tired. Like when you're thinking about a build and you theory craft, make sure you're actually like not doing it when you're not on like half energy, half brain, I don't know how to call this. But yeah, tier 10 works just fine. I'm not like starting the delirium thing because I don't have enough life for that crap. Where's the boss? Is that the boss? Knockback. Takes a bit of time. Pop a molten shell. There we go. On like non-leveled gems it still works. Let's get out of here. I think I had maybe some sextons in. Let's see. Let's try tier. Let's try red maps. Tier 14 tropical island. Well, actually, I don't want to waste my tropical islands. Let's take one map that's not complete crap. Let's say channel map. Tier 15. I'm just going to alk it. I cannot run that because it's minus resist. Sure. Let's see what we do in here. Can like get the boss and everything. Obviously you would need a bit of time to level up gems, and last time I didn't switch into a blood stance. I could actually start this. Let's start this just for heck of it. Just want to see how it goes. Oh, you know what I said? Don't like spin if there are no monsters around you. Well, I should listen to myself actually. It's not terrible. I mean, tier 15 delirium on without properly leveled gems is definitely not something you expect the scenario to be. It's that much how it's broken. I mean, the one with nothing is broken. Can anyone tell me if 79 block chance is calculated on character shit? Because mine's saying 49. It's calculated, but you probably have 49. Do you know if it's with a flask, without flasks, while in combat or not? Because some of the things matter. Apparently we are fine even with 3k life in delirium, which is pretty good, I guess. It works. It's important, it works. We didn't spend like 2 hours for nothing. Well, I've known that it has to work, because that's how much one with nothing is broken. It has so much damage, even if you don't have proper gear, it still works. And I got so many messages on YouTube, people asking me if this can work on a low budget, so I wanted to like test it out before I always say it works, but let's see just how good it works. Obviously this is going to take a bit of time. Switch to blood stance for this, and we don't have any impale, which is not nice. And I should stop like hitting. This thing might do some poison damage, might be bad for you, but I have poison immunity. Ooh. Yeah, I expected like bosses not to die fast enough. We probably could do the other totem because I forgot about it. There we go, tier 15. Not in combat and no flask, just in town buffs or hideout rather. Can anyone tell me if 79 block chance is calculated on character sheet, because mine's saying 49. It's calculated, but you don't have 79 probably then. Like if it should like here in defenses it should say how much block chance you have. It can get bugged and say 0, that's what happened to me, but yours is probably just fine. So Molten Shell was 4, yeah, I just have 2 chaos left, so what I could spend those on is jewels. So I could grab one with corrupted blood. Can not be inflicted on you. And try to just get some life. Maximum life. Total maximum life on it. That's still way too expensive. Any jewel with corrupted blood. 1 chaos. Oh, these are mediums. Crimson jewel. Yeah. Still going to cost 2 chaos. Yeah, corrupted blood is actually outside of our reach. We'll just do maximum life on any jewel. See what we get. Let's say 50. Actually, we need like percent life. I think it could go up to 7. Let's try 5. And let's try to add dexterity. See if we can get one with... I don't know. Yeah, dexterity is actually really hard to get on those things. Maybe 10. But that's somewhat useless. For 1 chaos. 15 dex, 6% life. But the guy is AFK. Let's try this guy. We actually need flat life more now because we're that kind of character. We don't have a lot of flat life. I don't know how much is going to help. Or I forgo the jewelry and spend it somewhere else because I have this socket here that's empty. But I could like remove that and simply get 5% life somewhere. I actually removed this jewel socket. How much is brown jewel without corrupted blood? I think those are pretty cheap. This one. It's one chaos. Yeah, that could work. With, actually, I will do the search. With max dexterity. It's 6, actually. Don't care about other ones. You don't want, like, too much on reduced intelligence. You could, like, say maximum. I don't care. Like the first one for 1 chaos. We'll do that. That's gonna give me a bit more damage. Not life, but damage. And that's probably going to make me... From Jewel is going to probably be 1 chaos, thank you. That's going to make us at 99 chaos. Here and there, maybe it's 100. Depends on like how you look at my flask nonsense crafting. You don't have corrupted blood immunity, so you're relying on flasks. It's not that big of a deal at this point until you start doing a bit more delirium. This gives you a bit more dex here. Not crazy, bit more strength. That gives you in turn a bit more life. And it's going to serve you well once you start increasing dexterity. And now for some more tests, let's grab a map tier 16. Ooh, not a Guardian map, that would be crazy. Let's do waterways by tier 16. It's not like realistic on this budget that you're going to be doing tier 16 maps, I think. But you can do tier... what level are tropical islands? Let me check. You have like tropical island on tier 14, but you also have them on tier 8, I think. So you could like favorite tropical island with like finishing at least 1 tropical island. You could like do tier 10 maps and farm up the stuff before you move on to the higher level. But it should actually have enough damage to kinda do this. I expect to get killed, because my gems are not leveled. I'm doing tier 16 map. So... if I'm not pushing it here, I don't know what's pushing it. It's completely like pushing my luck. Even opening like the box in here was probably pushing it a bit. But it works. The life is way too low for my liking. But because of the block chance that we have, it's fine. You fine. Yeah, it does the job. That's the most important thing. It does the job. Takes a bit of time to do it, but it does. It does do it. We'd probably collect your fusings and your humility cards if you're a new character. And you wouldn't like stay in that crap. And you wouldn't level up gems in middle of like here. I think that the boss is here. And you could drop like 6 simulacrum splinters, or like if you're doing tropical islands you will drop way more actually. So yeah, these like ancestral war chiefs do a lot of damage and they boost your damage quite a bit, so I really recommend running them. And they also act as a decoy a bit, so they might get hit instead of you. So run them, definitely. We wanna pop one molten, switch to the other one, and maybe pop this thing here. Did I pop it? I think I did. Actually have to stop hitting him for a second, so I can start hitting him again, I think. Once you kind of get impales going, a bit more like on cluster jewels, it's going to be pretty nice. And I dropped the Elder map, cool. Apparently it works! It works! It's fine. It doesn't have life, but it's fine. I thought I could push it a bit more. The thing is, we could have went with splits, with like cheap ones. Like that would be a next step. This would be like you're leveling just and throwing things around on a skill tree, just to kind of be able to start doing things. Your next step is probably to spend another maybe 50 to 100 chaos on splits that don't give life. Then your next step is replacing all of the splits with splits that give life, but once they go down in price, because now they are 3 to 4 exos, which is ridiculous to be honest. But this works. I will have to kind of give it a bit more polish tomorrow. Let me kind of show you guys what we did. Hopefully it will capture the right window. It did. So actually we don't like need that much. This is useless. And this could be like bigger font so you can actually see what we did. Make this bigger. Yeah, this is like what we spent. If I sum that up, actually this doesn't work like a Google sheet, but like this. 99 chaos. I'm still like left with 1 chaos to spend somewhere. But yeah, this is like what we spent. Ooh, that's way too much. 99. This also needs to be polished a bit. But yeah, I think I will probably give it more thought tomorrow when I get up, but for tonight I'm done with it. It took like, well, the stream stopped, but we started around 11, so 3 hours for this. This is something I should have done with the character to begin with, not the other way around. I shouldn't have like gone completely like crazy with the build, and then people ask me how do I make it a budget build. I should have made this video first, but you learn from your mistakes, I guess. Either way guys, this is kinda all for tonight. We're going to, well, you're going to see the video tomorrow that I did do with this. So thanks for everyone who stopped by, and see you guys tomorrow. Have a great night.